These motorcycles aren't just popular, they're worshipped by their owners. Backed by consumer reports and real rider feedback, these bikes win hearts and never disappoint. From cruisers to sport legends, here are 7 motorcycles riders say they'd choose all over again. Number 7. Triumph Bonneville T120. The Triumph Bonneville T120 is what happens when retro charm meets modern muscle without needing a neck tattoo to prove it. The Bonneville T120 nails that timeless British look, classy, minimal, and somehow cooler than half the bike's double its price. Powered by a 1200cc parallel twin engine, it throws down 78 horsepower and 105 Nm of torque, which is more than enough to cruise highways or tear up back roads without making you feel like you're riding a wild bull. And it does it all without shouting. That's the beauty. It's smooth, composed, and classy, like James Bond with handlebars. At around $13,000, it's not dirt cheap, but it's a whole vibe in itself. You're paying for quality, heritage, and refinement, not plastic panels and fake vents. The T120 handles like a charm too. It's not a razor-sharp sport bike, but it's confident in the corners and stable enough to make longer rides feel like a Sunday brunch. The seats are genuinely comfortable, and Triumph actually remembered that humans have legs and backs. Also, with features like cruise control, ABS, and heated grips coming standard, it treats riders better than most hotel concierges. Overall, the Bonneville T120 isn't trying to be everything, it's trying to be itself, and that's why people love it. It doesn't rely on gimmicks, it rides great, looks even better, and gives you a premium experience without demanding a 6-figure salary. No drama, no BS, just a very lovable motorcycle that earns every nod at the stoplight. Number 6. Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. The Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 is the cruiser nobody saw coming but everyone secretly wanted. It's like Royal Enfield woke up one day and said, "Let's build a laid-back highway machine that doesn't cost a fortune or rattle your bones." American riders took notice because here's a middleweight cruiser that actually looks the part, rides like it means business, and doesn't break the bank or the rider's spirit. That parallel twin engine? Smooth as peanut butter on hot toast. It makes about 52 horsepower and 52 Nm of torque, not numbers that'll scare a Harley, but enough to cruise at 75 miles per hour all day without making the engine beg for mercy. The Super Meteor isn't in a rush, and that's exactly the point. It's about enjoying the ride, not racing to the end of it. And the price tag? Just under $7,000. That's right. For less than what some folks pay for a decent couch, you get a full-sized cruiser with proper metal parts, a relaxed riding position, and enough style to get nods at gas stations. The fit and finish have stepped up big time too. Royal Enfield clearly isn't messing around anymore. The Super Meteor 650 is beloved not just because it's affordable. It's beloved because it delivers an honest, soulful riding experience. It doesn't try to be something it's not. It just shows up, rumbles along with confidence, and makes every highway feel like your own personal movie scene. All that, and your wallet still has enough left in it for tacos and a full tank of gas. Number 5. Honda Rebel 500. The Honda Rebel 500 is what happens when Honda decides to make a cruiser for people who don't want to feel like they're riding a barge. It's low, it's light, it's cool without trying too hard, and American riders absolutely love it. Why? Because it's one of the easiest bikes to live with, whether you're fresh out of a riding course or just tired of lugging around something the size of a pickup truck. That parallel twin 500cc engine might not sound like much, but it's got just enough punch to keep highway speeds without gasping for air. It puts out about 47 horsepower, which means it won't win drag races, but it'll get you to work, through traffic, and out of town on a weekend ride without breaking a sweat or your back. The real magic is in the ergonomics. Low seat height, relaxed posture, and a manageable curb weight under 200 kilograms. That's cruiser freedom, without the cruiser fatigue. And the price? Just over $6,000. That's practically pocket change in a market where some bikes cost more than used cars. You get real Honda reliability, solid build quality, and a surprisingly stylish design that doesn't scream entry-level like some of its competitors. The Rebel 500 is loved because it respects your time, your wallet, and your learning curve. It's not intimidating, but it's not boring either. It's the kind of bike that grows with you. One day you're commuting, the next you're road tripping, and it's there for all of it. The Rebel isn't trying to be legendary. It's just busy becoming one satisfied rider at a time. Number 4. Suzuki SV650. The Suzuki SV650 is that underdog motorcycle that quietly wins hearts without ever screaming for attention. It's been around long enough to earn cult status, and yet somehow, it still feels like a secret handshake among riders who know what good really is. In a world of flashy fairings and electronic overload, the SV650 sticks to what matters: great engine, solid handling, and a price tag that doesn't require selling a kidney. That V-twin engine is the heart and soul of the SV. It's got a raspy growl, smooth delivery, and enough torque to make everyday riding genuinely exciting. With 75 horsepower and a nimble chassis, this thing is a canyon carver, a commuter, and a weekend joyride all rolled into one. You don't have to fight the bike to enjoy it. It just flows. Plus, it weighs just over 200 kilograms, which means it's agile without feeling twitchy. And the price? Around $7,000 brand new. That's absurdly good value for a motorcycle that punches this far above its class. It's got a reputation for bulletproof reliability, decent comfort, and more character than some bikes twice the cost. You'll find seasoned riders who've owned one for over a decade and still sing its praises. What makes the SV650 so loved in the US is that it delivers real performance without the attitude. It's not pretending to be a race bike or a cruiser. It's just a solid, honest middleweight that makes riding feel pure. The SV is like the denim jacket of motorcycles: classic, durable, and always cool, no matter what year it is. Number 3. Harley-Davidson Street Glide. The Harley-Davidson Street Glide is about as American as a bald eagle riding a lawnmower through a 4th of July parade. It's loud, proud, and absolutely adored across the United States, for one very simple reason: it's the full touring experience wrapped in chrome and attitude. This isn't just a bike. It's a rolling declaration that you've arrived, and you brought your own stereo system. Powered by the Milwaukee 81175cc V-twin, the Street Glide serves up a tidal wave of torque that makes passing on the highway feel like swatting a fly. It's got that signature Harley rumble, the kind that makes windows rattle and grown men nod with approval at red lights. Long hauls? No problem. Between the plush saddle, batwing fairing, and infotainment setup, it's basically a luxury recliner that just happens to do 100 miles per hour. Now, it's not what anyone would call cheap. We're talking over $24,000 out the door. And that's before you add chrome bits, upgraded exhausts, or 12 different types of skull-themed accessories. But Harley fans don't flinch at the price, because what they're really buying is the legacy, the road presence, and that feeling of rolling down Route 66 with nothing but open sky ahead. The Street Glide is loved because it turns every ride into an event. It doesn't do subtle. It does thunder, steel, and the kind of comfort that makes other touring bikes feel like lawn chairs. If your dream ride includes wind, music, and a few hundred envious stares at every gas stop, the Street Glide isn't just a choice, it's the only answer. Number 2. Yamaha MT7. The Yamaha MT7 is the kind of motorcycle that shows up, drops its helmet on the table, and instantly becomes everyone's favorite without even trying. It's light, it's punchy, and it's got more attitude than half the sport bike aisle, yet it's priced like someone at Yamaha accidentally added 1 zero too few. American riders love it because it delivers pure, unfiltered fun in a package that won't empty your savings or your sanity. At the heart of the MT7 is a 689cc parallel twin that makes about 75 horsepower and 67 Newton-meters of torque. Sounds modest on paper, until you twist the throttle. That engine snaps to attention with the kind of mid-range torque that makes city riding feel like a playground and country roads feel like a personal racetrack. The handling is razor sharp, the suspension does its job without drama, and the bike weighs under 180 kilograms. And the price? Around $8,000 brand new. No smoke, no mirrors, just a ridiculously good motorcycle at a price that makes sense. Plus, Yamaha didn't cheap out. Build quality is solid, styling is aggressive without being ridiculous, and the riding position strikes the right balance between sporty and comfy. The MT7 is one of the most loved bikes in the US because it nails that elusive formula: excitement, reliability, and affordability. It's the bike you ride to work, to the twisties, or just to blow off steam after a long day. Number 1. Honda Goldwing. The Honda Goldwing is less of a motorcycle and more of a land yacht with handlebars. It's big, it's bold, and American riders adore it for one simple reason: it's the undisputed king of long-distance comfort. This isn't a bike you ride, it's one you move into. And once you're on it, good luck finding a reason to stop riding, because this thing makes cross-country travel feel like a spa day with a throttle. Powering this majestic beast is an 1800cc flat-six engine that runs smoother than most luxury cars. With around 125 horsepower and a torque curve as wide as Nebraska, the Goldwing doesn't just cruise, it glides. And thanks to Honda's engineering sorcery, it handles surprisingly well for a bike that weighs over 360 kilograms. Add in the optional 7-speed DCT transmission, and suddenly shifting feels optional because on a Goldwing, everything's about making life easier. Now, all that comfort and tech comes at a price. Expect to drop between $24,000 and $33,000 depending on the trim, and that's before accessories. The Goldwing is loved because it turns long-haul riding into something luxurious and stress-free. It's the kind of bike that makes you look at a map and think, yeah, let's do all of it. While others are stopping to stretch, Goldwing riders are halfway across another state, sipping coffee from the cup holder, and wondering why everyone else looks so tired. And with this we have reached the end of this video. Make sure to like it and subscribe the channel for future upcoming videos.